Our first movie is named The Last Boy Scout, and this is one of those movies that inspires actually a very uneasy mix of feelings. On the one hand, it is well made. On the other hand, it's amazingly violent and obscene. The movie stars Bruce Willis as a former Secret Serviceman who has now been reduced to acting as a bodyguard for a stripper, and he's not even very good at that, since she's killed by a car bomb. The stripper's boyfriend, played by Damon Wayans, is a disgraced former pro football player who was thrown out of the league for gambling.
Looks like our evidence got blown up. I think we might have to get some more.
You just won't let go, huh? You're like a dog with a frisbee.
My girl's dead. And the guys that did it up at Spago's eating chicken Marcella.
If Wayans seems sort of blasé there about his girlfriend who has just been killed, that's because this movie is hostile toward women from beginning to end. The only great relationships here are between buddies, like these two.
$650.
Yeah.
They're pants.
Yeah.
You wear them.
Yes.
They don't have like a TV in them or something?
Nope.
I am very old.
Plotline basically involves the 9 lives of these guys who are forever talking themselves out of tight spots as they uncover a plot to legalize gambling in pro football.
Slow and easy. Give it to Jake. Come on. Oops. You dumb bastard, you're gonna pay for that. Jake, open the trunk.
Bruce Willis has become a specialist in big-budget special effects movies like the Die Hard pictures and Hudson Hawk, and there's no shortage of expensive stunts in The Last Boy Scout. As I said before, this is a well-made action thriller, and it does indeed deliver the goods. But it also reaches some new lows in the unremitting, repetitive vileness of its language, and I was also rather disturbed by the character of the hero's 13-year-old daughter, played by Danielle Harris, who has a real eye-opening scene in which she and her father see which one knows the most dirty words.
Come on, let me hear all the really juicy, dirty words. Come on.
God, you're such a fuck-up.
Damn it, Darian. You are my daughter, and you are in my house, and you will respect me. You got that? You don't ever call me a fuck-up.
Why shouldn't I? Mom calls you one all the time.
When RoboCop 2 came out, we were both disturbed by the use of a foul-mouthed little boy, but that movie was nothing compared to this one. I give The Last Boy Scout thumbs up for technique and basic action skill. It does work, but as a sign of the decay of public standards, it's pretty bad news.
Well, it is mean. There's a meanness to it. I think Bruce Willis wants to play a variation of his die-hard character, but the die-hard guy is an upbeat kind of guy and an innocent, sunny kind of guy who's thrown in this maelstrom of violence around him. Here it's participatory in some way. He's depressed. The football player is angry and bitter. And as they go through these things, that angry and bitter tone just colors all of the stuff. In addition, this script is well known in Hollywood for having cost a ton of dough, setting a record at the time. There are some very funny jokes in the picture, but they occur at a sort of a metronome level so that it's set up, joke, set up, joke. That pattern gets a little tiring after a while.
You know, it's amazing that in today's world, people would pay, I think, what was it, $1.5 million, $2 million, something
Between
like
there,
that.
right.
Yeah, for these one-liners, which are basically the same kinds of things that are turned out for sitcoms, because the plot itself is Lethal Weapon.
Right.
You know, the two cops, their relationship, he isn't a cop, but nevertheless, the two guys, their relationship, the guy on the hill, it's right out of Lethal Weapon Part 2. This is not a very original screenplay. And yet, you know, how do you review this, Jimmy? How did you feel? I sat there in the audience. It was working for the audience. They enjoyed it.
Well, I'm not going to review the audience. It's very simple. My test is always, what would I say to a good friend? And my answer was that it's what I've been saying since I saw the picture of friends. Some cute lines, some good stunts, but nothing special. Not essential.
Thumbs up or not?
Down.